Okay. And then, so then when
We'll
Iman
just
shows up,
say that garden is the same.
wait, say it again?
We'll say the garden is the same because we'll just film. We can film that in order. The garden, at least.
Yeah. So then, okay.
Then
And then
Jude's deserted.
you're seen as Cephas with the devil
Yes.
and everything. That's like 8 a.m. The sun, like, it's not bright yet, but like the sun's rising, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
So then that goes to filming schedule. The Yeah, so it's daytime when Cephas is when that final scene happens.
Like complete daytime, like it's bright.
Mm, I'd say let's film. We'd have to film that scene at like 4 p.m. So whatever the light is then.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that last scene with when Iman shows up. Like it can be
Uh-huh.
super bright. I mean, because he's the light that shines, right? Because we have it
Yeah.
in the script that it's the light that we see, and if
Mm-hmm.
it's already super bright outside, that kind of takes away from that light.
That's true.
So it needs to be somewhat
Darker.
like not like it needs to be like kind of like those picturesque
Mm-hmm.
landscapes that we see. Like
Yeah.
not too bright, not too dark. The sky's a little bit painted. It can be super bright. That's my only thing.
Huh.
And it kind of takes away, like if it's a super bright scene, that scene when you see Iman, it kind
Yeah.
of takes away from a little bit.
True. Yeah.
So that's probably like my only concern. Like with Jude and everything, like we can
Mm-hmm.
figure that out. But like ending on it being very bright, I don't
Yeah.
think it fits.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I'm trying to think timing and filming wise for Sunday how we want to space that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing: we can shoot that scene, the Cephas scene, right before golden hour when we film. I keep saying golden hour, basically as sunset.
Uh-huh.
So right before sunset, because like during that sunset period, we're filming the isolated path, right? Iman and the soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
Uh-huh.
right before that, if we do that deserted desert scene, that'll work.
Right before that, after the desert scene, your scene,
My scene,
right?
yeah,
That that could work.
that could work.
Yeah. And where you see Ivan and everything. Yeah, as
Yeah,
long as it's a little bit, it just can't be bright.
it
I
just can't
think
be
it
bright.
needs to be a little bit,
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
because
Depending on the location too, I'm wondering if we can get any like shadows. Maybe not.
mm,
Whichever way, let's talk to Sean about that because he may be
yeah,
able to
yeah.
adjust settings to kind of compensate for that. Um,
Is he
cool.
gonna come with us on Wednesday?
Yes, Nate said he's dragging him along, so I hope
What time's
so.
the sunrise? Just because I want to see. 7:30 is like sunrise-ish. It would probably help if we go sometime again, like in the
In the
afternoon,
evening, yeah,
right?
when we're actually gonna film.
Yeah,
Like I said, I was there at like 4 Sunday, and it was really nice light, just nice
yeah.
and even. And then I forgot to pay attention to when the sun actually went down.
Mm.
Yeah,
Should we try to find it? Like, I think we should still go on Wednesday just to see locations and everything.
for sure. I possibly can go tomorrow evening and kind of hang out in that area and check it out. I want to check out some other spots around there too. So
I can go tomorrow evening too. I
okay,
get out
yeah,
of class at uh, what's tomorrow? Tuesday? I get out at
yes.
5.
Oh, that's perfect. Would you want to go
Yeah,
at like 5 then?
yeah.
Sick. Okay.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, let's plan to go at 5.
Okay,
Yeah. Sweet.
cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, and then that'll help us for Wednesday too. Actually, that'd be good
Yeah,
because I'd love another opinion on the different spots. Cool. All
yeah.
right. Yeah, let's plan for Location scout at 5.
2, 7. Perfect. All right. Cool. Scene 2.
Yay.
Yeah, that works. So we're at the garden scene, right?
Yes, garden scene. So yeah, let's talk through the shots. Woo. All right. So they walk. So they're already there.
Okay.
Staging, I sort of picture like Jude and Cephas relatively close, and then Jovan kind of like also in their group, but sort of to the side a little.
Yeah, I actually wrote that down in my notes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, they could be a little bit distance.
Yeah, because then and I think almost like having Cephas and Jude here and Jovan here, and then Iman just kind of walks through the middle of them. Because then he gets up, and when he gets to like here, Jovan stands up and has the line, "My lord, why are you not afraid?" And then Iman turns, has his conversation, and then Cephas sort of crosses the back of Iman and talks to Jovan, and that's the "ask him who he means" line. Yeah, because then it's like Jovan and Cephas are now standing together, and Iman is addressing them, because then that also gives Iman a bit of an out to turn towards Jude. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking for blocking there.
I like that. Yeah, that works.
Let me draw an overhead real quick.
That's cool, yeah.
Okay, so sort of like a setup like this, and Iman walks through the middle of them. And then Jovan stands and talks to him, and then Cephas crosses over to stand by Jovan, and then Jude is alone, and Iman talks to them, and then turns and talks to Jude.
Yeah, I love playing with the blocking like that.
Yeah, and that's super simple. Like, we can move it around a bit, but I think that helps separate them. Anyways, what shots do we want to capture that blocking in?
Yeah. I think like as Iman is approaching, and then it's kind of like it's definitely so like the disciples are sitting and Iman is standing, right?
Yeah.
So it should be definitely like a pretty big wide shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it being a wide shot, and like we see Iman coming out in between them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and kind of frame it. Yeah, where they, like, I do like that. That's kind of what I was thinking too. So,
and then we just keep that until Cephas. So then Cephas crosses. Yeah, Cephas crosses, and then once Iman says his line, like where I'm going, Cephas, you cannot follow now. I think that's kind of when the shot changes.
Yeah.
She found Cephas is next to Jovan and needs to speak something. Oh, wait, hold on.
I'm gonna cut page 3, my line where it says, "Lord, why can't I follow you now?" I'm gonna cut the Lord and just say, "Why can't I follow you now?" Unless, do you think that needs to be there?
Why am I going Cephas? You cannot follow now, but you're following.
Why can't I follow you now?
Okay. How would you say it?
I think it would just be like, it's like, where am I going? Where I'm going, but you will follow later. Why can't I follow you now?
Yeah, that works. Yep.
Yeah, I think Lord just is a little bit of a mouthful.
Yep.
A lot of this I'm seeing being filmed on a tripod, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Okay, so you know how we have that shot of Iman coming in, that establishing wide shot, right? So after Iman says, "I just want to do God's will," the action line reads, Jovan looks away, not fully satisfied with this answer. Iman looks over the group and speaks to all of them as he starts walking again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so is there like an emphasis on Jovan here, or is it?
The watch and pray part.
Yeah. So
The
like right.
watch and pray. I feel like that whole section is actually directed to Jude and Cephas. So I think this is before Cephas has like walked over
Okay.
towards Jovan. So I think it's like it's directed at all of them, but conveniently those two are together and it's really directed to them. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I agree. And so what's the shot there? Like when he says that line?
The watch and pray.
Yeah.
Mm, I mean, I don't know. It can be a lot of different things. Again, the way I originally wrote this was that we don't actually see his face till like the very end. So we could almost do like
Over the
cut his
shoulder
face
almost.
off. That's weird.
You could do like an over the shoulder type of thing where it's just Jude and Cephas
Oh,
in the
I
shot
like that. I like that. But almost
from
frame it in
Iman's
a way where
perspective.
maybe
What was that?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I like doing it over the shoulder. Here's the thing, we need to figure out where the 180 is in this scenario because obviously it's kind of weird.
The 180?
Yeah.
What do you mean the 180?
Like the 180 line, just so we don't cross it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Because if
uh, well, here's what I'm thinking. When Iman says, "Where I'm going, Cephas, you cannot follow now, but you will follow later." Cephas steps forward, and then when you say your line, "Why can't I follow you now?" and Iman answers you, that's like a medium wide, and it's like you two. This is how it would look on camera. Like it's from the profile view of you guys. Like you guys are talking here,
oh yeah.
so maybe that's kind of like the 180 there. But
Okay. Why can't I like that a lot. We just need to
because
establish.
that's just you two right there.
Okay, and that's the thing with the 180. Establishing the 180 will determine who's on what side. Like, is Iman on this side of frame or is Iman on this side of the frame? Or vice versa. So establishing the 180 will just determine if he's on the right or left side of screen.
Okay. Well, he would be on the left side of the screen, I would think.
He would be on the left side? Okay. Okay, I gotta bring. Okay, how does that work? So, Iman's here. And then when you frame cameras here, that puts him on the left side. Okay, cool. So I'll go to the other one. That's our 180 line then.
Okay.
So camera
honest,
needs to be actually.
like I'm not too familiar with the 180 line. As you can see, I broke it in my film.
That's okay. That's okay. So camera's got to stay on this side of that interaction. It's
okay.
there in the corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which means it can go here and get like Jovan shots, or it can go there and get their shots, or it can go here and get his shots from that side. Yeah. Good rule of thumb is that whatever side of the screen Iman is on, he needs to stay on that side of the screen unless the 180 is broken. So if in that last shot, like he's on the left side of screen, all of these over the shoulders, he needs to be in the left side of the frame.
Yeah, and that's how I'm picturing it anyways.
Yes. So. Okay, so that's a simple way to think of that.
Okay.
Dang, I forgot how nice overheads are. Cool.
So yeah, so then we have your guys' interaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's up until before the morning god rings. You will deny me 3 times, and then Iman has this.
Sorry, here's a question. Go ahead. Just because usually the way I shoot this isn't necessarily the best way to shoot stuff, but usually, and like you know this because you were in mission, but basically just getting some set camera shots and shooting the whole scene or like a portion of the scene in that one shot. Do you want to shoot it like that? Or do you want to...
Give me an example.
So
Like,
like
how does that look?
so like do you want to basically, let's say we set the camera like here and we have an over the shoulder of Cephas and Jude, right? This two shot. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say we want this two shot throughout the whole scene. Do you want to just film the whole scene in just that two shot and then you stop, reset the camera, frame it so that we have Iman redo the whole scene? Or I guess the other way is like almost going line for line and like, okay, this is Jovan's line. What is Jovan's camera shot? And then you structure it in a way where like, all right, let's get all of Jovan's lines all in a go, where like the other actors read it. Or, I mean, I guess that's sort of the same, but you just cut in like, do you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I would
Okay.
say for me, as much as long as we're not cutting and repositioning all the time. Like I feel like
Yeah.
for especially for the actors, when
Uh-huh.
if we can keep it going, like almost as if it's theater a little bit, that's what
Yes.
I would prefer.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
that just helps you guys out.
Awesome.
So
Okay,
yeah,
then what then I guess it's just because the thing with that is like if we set the camera and like run it, then in post we have all those options with the whole
yeah,
scene run. These scenes are not that long either.
yeah, which is good.
Like they're all real quick and snappy.
Hmm. So that's good.
Yeah.
I would say so. Like when so Iman says his line to Cephas, Cephas takes a step back.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a single, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we get your reaction, and then we cut to Iman looking through his bag. So like when Iman says this line, what you were about to do it quickly. He's saying it to Jude, but is he looking at Jude?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think he is. Like I think he's saying,
Maybe the first half, the what you were about to do, he's looking away, and then
yeah,
turns,
and he
tosses,
turns,
do it quickly.
yeah, yep. It's like halfway through that line, he tosses the bread. Yeah.
Cool. Or that. Hooray.
And then do we hold on Jude as he, like after Iman says that line?
I feel like we need to, at least for a couple beats, just have a single of Jude.
Uh-huh.
And then Iman turns and leaves. I feel like the Cephas watches after him with hurt eyes. That can almost be a wide 3-shot. And maybe we hold on that wider shot of all three of them and get like Jovan sitting back down and like Cephas sitting back down and going, or like Cephas not paying attention and Jude slipping away. Like we just get that in a long wide shot.
As Iman's lines are being said, or Iman already said his.
No, because I think he turns and addresses all of them. The watch and pray so you don't fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. He turns and walks away. And then we cut to a wide shot of all three of them.
Okay.
And I'm thinking maybe frame it to where like, because I'm trying, does Cephas take any steps forward? Like Cephas is maybe front in like a medium shot. Jovan's on this side, sort of wide, and then Jude is in the farther back, so then Jude just slips out. You know?
Yeah,
and
I like them being separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so then for Iman's line, is he saying that as he's walking away? Like how we did the intro?
No. He can. That one, I think he says he's planted and says it. He says it to all of them, finishes his sentence, turns and leaves. So
okay,
he's not walking and talking.
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay. Do we want any single shots of Jovan at all? Well, I guess we have to. That first line he has on page 2.
Oh yeah.
Just the way that it's set up.
Other than that, I don't think so.
Actually, that could even be an over the shoulder shot of Iman. What if he says it while Iman's walking up the middle. So like it's almost, where's the camera? So it's almost like camera's here shooting, yeah, that's him, Jovan right here, and then Iman walks through, so we get Iman in the foreground as we get like a medium of Jovan, and he can be like standing as he says it. So it's like as he walks by.
Yeah, that works.
Cool.
As he's walking by, he says that. Yeah.
Yeah. As he walks by. Because then, yeah, we can cut to like a shot of Iman. That is a neutral. Okay, yeah, I like that shot of Jovan, but I don't think we'll use that anywhere else in the scene, just for that one line.
Cool.
I'm gonna start numbering these. All right, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Right back at it.
We're at exterior temple courtyard later, right?
No, we're still in the garden. So I mean, let's just decide what shots we want. So we want an over the shoulder of Jude and Cephas, and over Iman's shoulder of Jude and Cephas.
Yes.
Okay, Iman. Here's a question. Iman's face shot. What do we want that to be? Do we just want a single of Iman? I feel like a single is the way to go.
Wait, what do you mean?
When Iman speaks. So I know my words will bring me danger, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. That's in...
Yeah. And sorry, what was your question about that?
Just what is the shot there?
Okay, so he walks through them. Jovan says his line while Iman is walking. Yeah, I'll say it's definitely like a single, just Iman on the screen, like a medium wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to cut back to that? So hold that for the whole scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Watch him take the function. What? So when he says his next line, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything in between his two lines, Iman's? Will we change the camera angle?
Not really. It can be static that whole time.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. We could even have Sean give it just some like handheld movement.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Cephas crosses over to Jovan. So we want a 2-shot of them. Do we want it over Iman's shoulder or no? Of Cephas and Jovan. When Cephas crosses over, it's like ask him who he means.
No. I think it's not over the shoulder. I don't think so.
I am happy with that. Yeet. Okay. I think we can stay in that 2-shot for the Lord where he gets cut off. This one where this is where it gets weird with 180 because we low-key broke it. I'll worry about that. Where he says where I'm going, Cephas, you cannot follow. Is that a single? Is it a close-up or is it that same wide? Or do you want that in that wide confrontation 2-shot?
No, I think that's a single. Okay. And then when Cephas steps forward, that's when it goes into the 2-shot, I would think.
Okay. Here's a question in that 2-shot. So right now I have it where it's Iman, Jovan, Cephas. In the 2-shot, do we want to show Cephas walk around Jovan, so it's just them two, and then have Jovan sort of in the back, like where that oval is in that shot? Or maybe pan over, or we could just do an insert shot, like a wide shot of the two of them and show Cephas cross in front of him, and then cut to this wide, and then not worry about having him there. That might be a simple solution.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I can't really picture that one.
Basically, think of think of like a medium wide cowboy-ish
Uh-huh.
shot where like, okay, let's say this would be the framing sort of, let's say Jovan standing right here and it just sort of cuts and I'm like, I step forward and then it immediately cuts to that two shot that you were talking about, that wide.
Yep. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's just a transition to that shot.
Yeah, that looks good. Yep.
Cool. All right. So that's insert.
You know what we could do too, and what helped me out when I was filming my film is that I took pictures of every single shot that we did in that film beforehand.
Yeah, that's really smart.
And then I put it like in iMovie, and I just made like a quick little like film of the shots, and I labeled them and everything. So when Tim came on our set, I just showed him the pictures. It was like, this is the next shot, this is the next one, here's the next one.
Perfect. That would be something to ask Sean about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would be the. Did we discuss this? Where I'm going, Cephas, you cannot follow. Is that same wide, or is it a medium close up or something, or is that same wide?
So it's the same shot. It's the
same
so
shot?
It's the two shot with you and Iman. You guys are. So yeah.
So there's the Jovan says Lord and gets cut off. That shot of where I'm going, Cephas, you cannot follow now, but you will follow later.
How do we have that as? We have that as just one shot with Iman, right?
Yeah. So we don't have it as a shot right now. We have that one shot of Iman in sort of a wide, like a medium wide. Do we want to just keep that same shot?
Yeah, I would think so.
Cool. All right. So we have one shot. We have a medium wide shot of Iman where he says his first three lines in this scene, or chunk. Yeah, first three lines in that scene is all in that medium wide. Perfect. I like that.
Okay.
Let's do 3. Okay, where am I at? 4, 5. All right, so that's 6. That would be 7. Okay, then we go to a single of Cephas for before the morning gong rings. You'll deny me 3 times. Ooh. All right, Cephas takes a step back. That's a single shot of Cephas. Sorry, so we have before the morning gong rings, you will deny me 3 times. That's in that 2 shot.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we have Cephas takes a step back in shock, and is hurt. That is a single shot of Cephas.
Yep.
And
this will be a single shot of Iman.
Do you want it to be that same medium wide shot?
I feel like right here, like he's kind of like he turned away from Cephas, so he's kind of like bending over to get something from his pack.
Yeah. Do you want Cephas and Jovan in the background of this shot?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, as opposed to not having them in, it's just Iman going through his pack, and then he turns and then tosses the bread. And then like the next shot would be a single of Jude. What do you think there?
So I guess so when he turns away, so we have the single of Cephas, and then when he turns away, literally I'm envisioning where I've drew the camera. That would be that shot. So we have Cephas and Jovan they're flipped obviously, but it's sort of an over the shoulder, but they're in the background. Ooh, and the focus is on Iman.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I like that. So let me draw that real quick. So shot 9.